And the rocks. Whoa. On the old days, if you come along here and you went down there, so when you could ride along here, you had about this much here, let me see, say 6 foot to under 2, maybe 5 foot. Oh no, I'd say 6 foot in that narrow section there. And I recall other guys on YouTube coming down, they're going to the track here to the left, or where I'm walking over now. But that's probably where it had to cave in, it caused all the issue, this stuff here, and I thought rather than clean it up, let's just forget that idea and totally block the road off. So apart from that, I might just work my way through up to the next corner, see what's there. See these, wouldn't want to slip over here because I think these rocks are that sharp they'd cut you. So we're still walking our way along here and heading up to see what's further. They've done a bit of work around this corner here where they've tried to hold the rocks in place. It's not showing any real activity of anyone actually walking or riding along. It's sort of just very quiet here. Another look down there into the river. Here's a fair old rock. Bet you'd be hot moving around here in the summertime. Look at this spot here, I could get the drone out there, throw the drone out there, and I could sit on this rock here while I'm doing it. Not bad. So, it's almost like somebody gave me somewhere to sit. It's on the old Bridle Track here, the one which the machinery's come in and sort of bulldozed either side, so nobody can ride it anymore due to a cave-in a couple of years ago. So while I'm here, I'll just give you a quick look over. So there we are down in there. Once upon a time it was a really touchy little drop into here, but as it is now, the only way you can get into this far is walk. But what I'm here for now, I've done my little bit of photo session and I decided we might have a crack at, or I might have a cup of coffee before I call it quits and head back home. What we're using today is this Goshawk stove. Now I've used this before and I've been really happy outperformed, so I thought today this is just a simple one to do. So there's your titanium base set, and you just put your fuel capsule in there like that. Yeah, so after that, add the metho. So metho's in. Light her up. And we'll light her up. Yeah, it's hard to tell at times when that metho is actually firing, but yeah, that's the light. Now, I'll add a little bit of water. Once this starts going, it'll really start puffing along. This one, it really runs well. Yeah, I can see the flame now. So, as it is now, I'll just go back to my normal trick. That'll be the container I always use. Got a cup there. Plug a bit of water in the container. That'll do that. Once this one gets going, it usually performs really well too. So just put the base on, the lid, and just wait it out now for it to boil what it's supposed to, the water. Apart from that, in the shade of this big cliff what I'm on, the side of the hill, I might even take a few photos while I'm here, while I'm waiting for this to boil. It's pretty cool here, really. It's a bit cold. So we'll just let this go away. So this unit, when I purchased it I think I've had about 15, 18 months. When I first purchased it, it was about $30, $29. Now the price of Goshawk, or should I say Goshawk, now the price on Goshawk is, I think, around $47, $49. So in 18 months, you could say maximum, they've gone up at least 50%, haven't they? So, yeah, well, that's actually wrong. It's probably up around 70%. So, I see the truck going down the hill over there. Hope I don't have any problem people come along there, because my bike's sitting over there by itself, and I just hope everything's there when I get back, because wouldn't be too good. I'll be walking. Yeah, so you can see this stove now, this Goshawk. It's really firing now, and it really gets going. You hear it puffing after a while. Yeah, you can hear it puffing now. I'll just get rid of a few of those little twigs behind it too. There'll be no issues with fires up here, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. Although I am carrying fire extinguisher. Overall, this is, I'd class this as a, you know, really as a pretty good stove. Like, I'm fairly happy with how this one performs. How do you think it performs compared to that $100 one on my first stove thing? Well, I think this is a better stove, to be honest. But I'll get out one time and try and cook something on it too. What about my little knife and forks that I bought? They're not bad. Good quality stuff too. So, you know, they all magnetically hold together. So you got your spoon, knife, and you got the fork. So you got the lot. They cost about $30. I got them on eBay, but really good quality. Hear this one puffing away now. Really does already. That's starting to bubble in there now. So I would say, you know, I've got absolutely no regrets when I bought this little stove, because this Goshawk, even if you had to go out now and pay the normal price, I want $50, I still think it's worth 50. It was really a bargain at 29, but you know, like how all things on bargains. When I seen it for 29, I thought it was a little bit dear. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. But apart from that, it's hard to believe I'm on this track here today. Have not seen anyone. All the walking up to this spot here, no one around, just me. So apart from that, I don't think many people would want to walk this because it's really steep. You know, like no picnic up here. But yeah, hear it puffing away, doesn't it sound good? I've got me stuff there. I usually like to use these Nescafe, I don't know, sachets I think you'd call them. They got the sugar and coffee and all that in it, and milk, sort of powdered milk, and it's all in one go. And all you got to do after that is put the water. But let's have a listen to that stove again. Isn't that a beauty? I think it's peaceful just sitting here listening to that stove rather than me. Anyway, while that's sitting there for a while, I just want to knock off a quick few photos on this corner. What a fantastic sound. I'll just let you listen to it. Yeah, so I've got me cup of coffee here, so I'm going to just walk along with all this crap. At least now I'm walking downhill. A little bit of an adventure in the old days. You know, if you were come up along here and was able to ride this. It's a bit of a pity for me because I've lived in this area all my life, and a couple of times I thought about it, but never hit it when I had the chance. But I suppose, just like Uluru, had the I climbed it once, went there, went twice, climbed once. Now, if you go that way direction in Australia, all the chains are pulled down and there's no climbing that now. But apart from that, this isn't, you know, it's a steep little pinch to walk up here, but and you have to be a little bit careful in the winter time like it is now, because it could be a bit dangerous. If you slipped on these rocks, they'd cause you a bit of damage, and they're pretty loose too, so they're just not ones embedded in the ground, they're just a bit of loose stuff hanging around. But there's a nice view there. I might pull that camera out and flog off another shot. Okay, we're back in business, so I figure this way I can carry the GoPro and I can knock off a few photos as I go along. So in the old days, if you come along here and you went down there, not good at all, Alice. I'm just firing off some random shots which I'll be able to put on the clip, and I think when you look back, if you're coming here at the base, that was just a hairy part there. When you have a good look at it now, I suppose it'd be around about 5 foot across, 4 foot, 4.5, 5. Just show you how much you got there, or you used to have. That's a shot. one good thing about having both hands here, I can give this whole area a bit of a workout. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot better walking down this hill than what it is when I was climbing up. So, by the looks of it, there's no rubbish of that here too, so there's not that many people want to do this walk along. We'll have a look at that rocky wall. That would have been from the convict days. So, as far as I know, they were the ones that built this bridle track in those days. When they sent them out in the chain gangs. Could be right, could be wrong, but that's what I believe. So, would have been no picnic out here doing that. I might see it swing around this side and see if we can get another shot of that rock area there. Oh yeah, that looks alright. And I might just knock one in the river there too. I think overall I'll get a good bit of material out of it. Look at these, the old guide posts. I'll maybe have a crack at one of them too. Although these to me look like, they look to me like treated pine. Or that one did anyway. This is more real down here. You see. That's the more genuine type. But imagine the work they were doing all along here where they were building that rock wall, you know, for the road to stabilise it, I suppose. So, apart from that, look, a lone grid. It probably got a lot of work once, dividing one side, one property from another. Naturally, this is a private property, and the only access public was really the road, or so I believe. It's fairly. They must have had a few caves-ins along here too, because you can see some large chunks of rock. Yeah, I tell you, my feet just slipped on those again twice, and I would either my motorcycle boots to running shoes, because I knew it'd be a fair hike up here. Oh, there's a good shot. So it's not really the place to be carrying one camera one hand, like the GoPro, and then taking photos with the other camera, because you got nothing to hold on to in case you land on your acre of goodness. So apart from that, the only thing I'm not looking forward to is that rock wall I come over, and when I get down there I'll take a couple of photos there before we get into it and head back home. And I'd class this trip, even though I couldn't ride the track, I did have the privilege, you could say, of walking the track. So that's something I won't have to worry about now for a while. But the first trip down here, that's what I originally come down for, though. Have a look at this track and walk it. But on the day I didn't know where it was, but one of the guys on the channel mentioned it was below where I rode over. And you know, I suppose if I'd been along here a couple of times, there would have been no reason for me to walk it. I think too that I got a few good drone shots back there too, so I think they helped. And I'm in prime roo territory, so I've got to get out of here before it gets too dark, or till the bouncers start coming out. Here's a good shot. I think that's a spooky looking tree there, and I'll just line it up and knock over that shot there. So I could have avoided, I would like to have gone down this hill rather than walk over those rocks again, but I don't like my chances. I think I'll have no choice but go over them. couple of them wobbled a bit too when I was on them, not really what you call stable. But I think anyone that's reasonable fit could come up here and walk it. Don't know what it'd be like in the summertime because it gets fairly hot out here in the summer. I'd say they'd see the odd 40°C out here. 40°C as in Celsius. And I would say it would be pretty hot. And I'll tell you one thing, I bet you there's a lot of vipers around this area in the summertime. That was another reason I come down now too, because I don't like snakes much. And I thought I'd get this out of the way. Pity those goats were so quick when I bumped them in the beginning. I might have another shot at this rock wall. Yeah, pity those goats took off because, I don't know, there were probably a family of them, probably, I don't know, half a dozen. Might get a shot here of this wild looking rock face. That looks pretty good. We're really in gold country, but what if you're going along here and you found a 3 or 4 ounce nugget, eh? That'd be alright. That'd buy you half a motorbike. Then you'd have to come back. See, that's the trouble. You come out here, you find 3 or 4 ounces, half a motorbike. You'd have to come back out again to try the other half. So there's always problems. So maybe you're just better off not finding any gold and just save up and buy your motorbike. So, you know, that's something for you to think about. Naturally, if I did walk along here and see a nugget in the ground, you can guarantee one thing, I wouldn't be showing you guys. So we come into the area now where they got the bulldozers in and totally blocked this track. They did a good job because I don't think there's any way. You'd have to winch a motorcycle dirt bike to get it up this stretch of ground. So, more importantly, I just hope my chariot's still sitting down there. Looks like the kangaroos have been coming along here, so. Oh yeah, the bike's over there, which is good. I don't know if I could take a risk. It's bloody steep. I'll take a couple of shots of these rocks and then decide if I want to climb over them. They're fairly dangerous rocks. But let's have a couple of shots for you. 1, 2, 3. No. Let's go down on the arse here. Right. I'm just backtracking because I don't know if I want to go down. Alright. I might go cross country, I think. Like I said, the bike's over there. Might go down through here, take the risk, rather than go over all those rocks. Alright. It's a bit steep too, but I don't know. freaking steep, alright. Go down through here. Mightn't look like I'm making any progress, but I am. I come from up there. Through there, boy. Good. Don't let it go right on my ass. Ooh, even my running shoes are just slipping down there. And the rocks. Whoa. Ah well. Don't worry about that, that was just the camera rolling when I went. Maybe I could have took the bloody... Trouble is, grass is so freaking wet. Got a bit of a sore ass from that fall there. Oh well, I'm down. So, just in case you're wondering, that's where we come down, straight along there. That's where I fell in that clear patch there, slipped and went straight down that part there. Well, best thing about the Suzuki sitting up there, still got my crash helmet on it, so there's no trouble there. The GoPro got spun around a bit and hit the ground. It's still going, so that's all right too. So overall, a good time was had by all. Now more importantly, I just got to get this Suzuki out of here with no drama, back onto the track, and I'm on my way home.